think Fender, you think rock and roll, you think American, you think iconic, you think Telecasters and Stratocasters, jazz basses, precision basses. You think of just Jimi Hendrix rocking a solo at Woodstock. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to play Fender, and I love them so much without even really hearing Fender in my own room or real life setting. I was told by family members and friends who play guitar, Fenders rocked, and I was so stoked to finally get one, and I did, and I was super disappointed because it wasn't a Line 6 Spider. It wasn't crappy doo-doo metal tones that sucked ass that I was so in love with. It was rock and roll. It was bluesy, it was jazzy, it was overdriven saturation goodness, and I took it for granted because I was an arrogant little 16-year-old shit who just wanted to play downtuned metal. And there's tons of options for that do it well. 5150, 6505s, Orange rocker verbs, Mesa Dual rectifiers, and the list goes on and on. And I couldn't get any of those, so I was used to just playing mostly crap combo amps, back in the early 2000s. And 2006, 2007 was when I got my first real tube amp, and I took it, for a spin, and it wasn't what I was really looking for. But now we're 30 years old. We've moved on from the crappy, I want to be a garbage guitar player, and I've come for a final appreciation for tone. But that being said, I think when you're 16 or 15 and you get an amp like a Fender or a Marshall, and it just doesn't have that grit and girth and bite that you want out of a 5150 or a dual rectifier, you can certainly get it. It just takes a little time. Now, this track was all done on a Fender 2x12 combo. The stock speakers are in it. I used no other pedals or effects, no other overdrives. Everything you hear is straight from the amp. The reverb is the reverb tank on the amp. If there's a slight delay, it's possibly phased from the microphones. I used a SM57 for the leads, and I used a RE320 for the rhythm tracks, and that's it. It's quad tracked 4 times for each guitar, make a nice big full wall of sound, and everything you hear is that. So I think it can do metal. I think it could do the pop punk, hard rock, alternative stuff, but it's not a 5150. I think it's a great amp. Obviously these things are made for rock and roll. They're made for the kind of bluesy, jazzy, overdriven, saturated goodness that I mentioned earlier, with a few caveats. They have a beautiful clean channel. You can do clean all day long on these things, and it's why I have the amp for all my clean tones. They take pedals exceptionally well, probably better than any really amp that there is out there. I mean, there are amps specifically made for taking pedals, but out of the ones that you can just go into a store and buy, I think Fenders take them the best, even better than Marshalls, and that's just my honest opinion, but who am I? But yeah, they're great amps, and you can get dirty rock tones, you can get the bluesy rock tones, you can get the crunchy stuff, you can get the beautiful cleans, the lush bassy reverbs and ring outs for any type of twang or pretty stuff you're looking to play. But you can also get it pretty dirty, and you could rock with it. And if you really needed to play like metal or hard rock, you can definitely get it out of the Hot Rod Deville. There are other Fender amps that are more tuned towards the metal side of things, and you can do a little bit of research on those, but yeah, I mean, you just heard it here, so that's that. If you found this video at all helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And as always, thanks again for watching.